I hope you didn't hear that for a start of the stream. I really hope that... Hello everyone, it's me, your boy, Killer Meme Star. No, jokes, it's Hyper here. Welcome to round number 17 here at Abu Dhabi for Rising Phoenix. Or round number 17 at Rising Phoenix here for Abu Dhabi. However you want to let me call it. Now, the second my YouTube loads, I will put the stream link in the chat. But my YouTube's about as reliable as BJ's internet. As we can see, not very. I don't know if that's an oof to BJ or an oof to my internet. I think maybe it's both. So yeah. I'm just waiting for the stream to get actually in here. So someone bloody link the stream in the chat. Stream's up, let's go. I'll just wait for that to get put in the chat. Big ups to the 6 people who are actually ready. Well, people actually got the hint and now started running up. That's good. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll get into the standings in just a little, just a little while. However, first of all, I do need to find the stream link, so I'm gonna try and find it. To whoever's actually in the stream right now, could you just link it in the chat, please? Because for some reason, whenever I'm streaming, I can't seem to use YouTube. And I just went on YouTube again, trying to find this one blimmin' stream, when actually I'm looking for the standings. So yeah, that's fun. All I can tell you is welcome back to Tom AJ, who's, after being whipped, having a very loving and caring girlfriend that I'm sure we all care about, has finally found his way back to the racing wheel, and will be taking on the challenge of getting into the top 10 once again. But anyway, Black Phoenix is first with 327 points. Bazooka Joe second with 186. Now, if Black Phoenix wins by 15 points, well, Black Phoenix scores 15 more points than Bazooka Joe, technically 16, he will be champion today. So if he gets first place and fastest lap, he is the champion. Actually, no. If Bazooka Joe can't beat Black Phoenix by 15 points, then Black Phoenix wins the championship. I think. I don't actually know. I don't understand. I just know that this will basically mean Black Phoenix wins the league. So yeah. Anyway, third is RKO with 120, fourth Crackerjack with 107, fifth Tibson with 80, sixth Buttons Back with 71, seventh Opiola with 70, eighth Swanee2K15 with 60, ninth Racing Maestro with 50, 10th Limitless with 47, 11th is Colin with 47, 12th is Tom AJ with 44, 13th Paraplays with 44, 14th Mr. Dude with 34, 15th BJ with 28, 16th FX Hidden with 25, 17th F1 Grosjean with 18, 18th S-Star Phoenix with 15, 19th Rider PG Killer with 13, 20th Mayor Man with 13, 21st Has UK with 11, who would be here today, but is F1 still installing. 22nd Castle Lane with 10, and 23rd Too Funky with 6, and 24th with 0 currently is our new lad, Rob. So welcome to the league, Cobb. Rob, not Cobb. It's RG, well, RH, whatever his name is. Yeah. Anyway, as for constructors, first McLaren with 373. In second is Alfa Romeo, 264. In third, let me just go move to a driver who's actually at the front of these guys. I think it's Swanee who's at the front of all drivers now. Yeah, third, Mercedes with 132. Fourth, Williams with 131. Fifth, Team Reserve with 117. Sixth, Racing Point with 109. Seventh is Red Bull with 102. Eighth is Haas with 60. Ninth is Toro Rosso with 50. 10th, Renault with 41. 11th, Ferrari with 28. So Ferrari still not with many points so far this season. You know, I'm not sure if anyone's actually linked the stream into the chat. However, if you have, thank you very much, you very kind person. As that's a bit of the wrong line, Swan. Just to let you know there, mate. It's not the right line at all. feel there's a maximum amount of stream links you can have in your YouTube chat, thing at once. Because I've got like 4 streams in there, none of which are mine. Or ours. Ours because we're communist. Thank you, Crackerjack, for putting the stream link in the chat. I will hopefully go use that. Copy back onto YouTube and I'll paste it. Oh, Swanee has decided to quit his lap. Black Phoenix has somehow put it into the wall. So we'll go to Buttons back, who's actually not the first one out. Is that... I actually don't know who that is in front of him. I presume that would be Colin on the mediums. We'll ride on board with Buttons back for now. Whilst I just chuck the stream link into the chat. There we go, Abu Dhabi. And welcome, Crackerjack, to today's race. Meanwhile, there's a yellow flag in Sector 1 and Sector 2. And Mr. Dude is out of this qualifying session already. One of the 2 Force India's gone, which means if the new boy sets a quali lap today, he will be in front of his teammate. Even if it's an awful lap, he will still be in front. As BJ sets the fastest lap time for 1:37.6 so far in today's race. There's a whole track yellow flag, but Buttons back, beating his time for 1:36.7. Then Colin comes in third with 1:38 dead on. We'll go on to T Funky to see what lap time he can set. How's Mr. Dude managed that? I have no idea. I'm going to be honest. T Funky coming around the final corner. It is a 1:38.0, just behind Colin. As True Grosjean sets a 1:38.3 as well. Swanee into the pits. Who's the next driver out? Will it be Crackerjack or Ryder PG? It will be Crackerjack, the next man to set a lap. But True Grosjean and T Funky looking very similar in their times here today. And if Colin goes onto the softs, he could probably get second place at this point. Ignore me, he could get third, because Racing Maestro comes in at 1:36.9, showing what pace he's got today. I'm looking forward to seeing him out on track. Who is the furthest in front? I believe it is Crackerjack here, but he's not using up any of his ERS, so we shall move on to Ryder PG Killer on the softs here today. As they go in Sector 2, I'm not sure who. Maybe I'll ask you. I'm a poet and I did know it. Anyway, BJ went back into the pits after his lap. Here comes Ryder. I do believe that is Colin in front of him. Obviously Colin being Ryder's teammate. Ryder's run out of ERS. Will Colin improve his lap time? Yes, he does. The 1:37.6 as Ryder beats that the 1:37.3. Colin very close to his teammate BJ. Do have to admit. As Crackerjack comes across the line with an invalid lap time. Tom AJ having some fun. Tom, what are you doing? I don't know if he actually spun it there or if he's just doing donuts for the sake of it. Either way, I don't know. And he's in the clear so far, so really he can just do that. he puts himself over to 11.8. And that's pretty much putting himself at the back, like he said he would do in chat a lot earlier. Oh, Crackerjack. He seems to have missed the corner there, my friend. Oh, Racing Maestro, did he improve on his time at all? Do you just want to check? No, he did not. He got 1:46. And surely if you're knowing you're going to get a worse lap time, you shouldn't be setting it. Well, that's just my opinion at least, but, you know. Is Ryder PG Killer currently running out of fuel? Racing Maestro still going for another lap, as Rob is on his first lap, and Bazooka Joe also on his first lap. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3. Is it Ryder PG Killer? No, it's not. I don't know why I thought it would be. And we'll ride along with Bazooka Joe for now. As yeah, most people have gone back into the pits. I'm expecting Racing Maestro to set another lap here. Black Phoenix coming out of the pits as well. So Crackerjack still the only person who hasn't set a lap yet and is in the pits. Which is not surprising. Well, it kind of is, but it isn't, if you know what I mean. He's kind of there because he can be. And also remember, the track does heat up after quite some time, so going out later on hards is probably the best option you have. Oh, as Bazooka Joe moves out of the way for Rob here. As surprise race, oh no, Race to Maestro does do back into the pits. BJ out on a fresh soft lap though. That's very much surprised me. Button's back, going for a medium lap. We're just trying to see how worn these mediums will get. Obviously, I don't think he'll improve on those mediums. As Rob comes through the start-finish straight and it sets a 138.3, and he's just in front of True Grosjean on the slower tyres. Meanwhile, Bazooka Joe back into the pits. And now I'll get on board with the Swan Dog, who looks like he's running out of fuel. Probably only gave himself enough for one lap. And it, unfortunately for Swanee, it doesn't look to be the fastest lap, as it's a 140.1 on the hards. Black Phoenix going all out on his hard as well, and it's again not looking too great, as it's a 140 as well. Oh, but that's invalid, okay. That makes a lot more sense. As I love that, you can see True Grosjean just coming out the pits underneath you. Actually, I wouldn't like that at all. It's too funky, I believe. No, has he improved from that lap? I don't believe he has. And no, he's gone on the same pairs of set of softs, but is back out for his own new flying lap. Ziggello in sector 2/3. I don't know who that is. But BJ's just set the fastest lap out of nowhere with a 136.3 and decides to crash himself out with it. That was a very, very sensible idea, BJ. You know, you were the smartest driver in the league, of course. BJ. Oh dear. 136.1, I believe that is. Or was that 0.3? No, 0.3. As, yeah. Well, I don't know why I'm watching BJ, I should really be watching Buttons back. Looking at everyone's best tyre, the top four all setting their times on the softs. Colin on the mediums though, down in 5th. T-Funky 6th on the softs, Rob in 7th on the mediums, True Grosjean 8th on the softs. Have a Swanee on the hards, same as Black Phoenix, with Tommy J setting his time on the mediums. I don't really think that time can be classed as a time, as it's kind of just not really. It looks like a mock time more than a actual, this is my lap time. Who's actually on a lap? Anyway, T-Funky. And I don't think that's going to be an improvement, I'm not going to lie there. Not True Grosjean, sorry. Buttons back into the pit lane. True Grosjean on a lap though. Crackerjack, Tom AJ both coming out. Rider PG Killer as well on a brand new lap. And hold on, what did T-Funky just see there? I don't know, but it was someone in sector 2. We'll keep on with the man F1, True Grosjean, as he is trying to improve on his soft lap. Crackerjack also out there for his first medium lap, whilst Bazooka Joe is again on the hards. The question is though, can we see an improvement here from True Grosjean? He is in sector 3. So True Grosjean, his sector 1 was just slightly slower, but sector 2 quite a few tenths quicker. Obviously here you can go flat out, so sector 3 should be an ease for him. There's a lot of heavy braking zones though. The softs do have the least grip, but are best at accelerating, so it really depends how this Ferrari can handle it. It's looking good so far. Doesn't look to be the pole time that he's looking for, but it's close enough for 1:37.6, which puts him in between Colin and his teammate Ryder PG Killer. Which means if Colin can set another good cracking lap time, I honestly believe that Colin may be in with a chance of, well, getting 4th or 3rd here, as Ryder PG Killer sets a 1:36.5 and puts himself into 2nd place. Now, to me, that looks quite tasty. Ryder PG Killer in 2nd. Bazooka Joe now coming in with 1:38.2, puts himself just behind T Funky. Meanwhile, Crackerjack up into 6th for 1:37.6. Some very, very tight competition here, as Tom AJ is behind Racing Maestro, who's in AI currently. Racing Maestro on his outlap. Tom AJ going to get the slipstream though from the Red Bull, which probably is very useful for him, as the Toro Rosso man will come into these fast left right sections. Last section of Abu Dhabi, not the greatest for racing, but some of it is high speed, but there's no real overtaking points. Honestly, just crash zones, if I'm being honest. But they're all the same to most people, so it's a joke about BJ's trash happiness. Was Tom AJ has decided to bed out on his lap and just do some donuts. Oh, as he gets disqualified for going the wrong way. Not the greatest thing to do, Tom, I'm not going to lie. I mean, Anyway, Racing Maestro not on our lap currently. Crackerjack also not on our lap. Even though he kind of is, but he's not. He's just doing his own thing. What's Bazooka Joe doing? Bazooka Joe's just joined into the pits. Black Phoenix and Swanee both setting some more laps themselves. Racing Maestro's just stood in the middle of the track, in front of T Funky, who's on that. Literally the only people on laps aren't actually on laps, so yeah. Top 5 though, all on the softs. Crackerjack and Colin, the two men on the mediums. T Funky on the softs currently. Bazooka Joe hards. Rob mediums, Swanee hards, and Black Phoenix mediums. Crackerjack has retired, and he's finished for today. So the Mercedes hoping to get 6th position in today's race. As Mr. Dude tells us in the chat, he hates this track. Well, that's good for you. Please don't crash. Even though it'd be funny when you do, because you're Mr. Dude. I just have a feeling there's going to be a massive dive bomb from someone into this corner right there, because it just happens. And no matter where you are, there's someone who makes that move. And I don't mean dive bomb as in recklessly taking someone out. I mean dive bomb as in someone trying a legitimate move that is just a dive. Like a Kvyat dive or a Ricardo dive, but can make it stick. So Rob just telling us that he's only going out once, so that is his lap. But it's not such a slow lap as you may think. Obviously, most people in front are on the softs. Rob has chosen the mediums. If he went on the softs, he would most likely be within the same place as True Grosjean, Crackerjack and Colin. As Black Phoenix goes pole over 1:35.2. T Funky, I don't know what he's doing. Colin though is behind someone. I believe that's Racing Maestro. Nope, it's not. It's F1 buttons back on the lap as Colin sets a 1:37.0. That is an improvement, and that puts him in front of F1 True Grosjean. Too Funky is just kind of here on an out lap. Oh, and he's not on an out lap. He's actually on a lap. Oh, torpedoes. So apparently Rob is going medium soft if he can get his mediums to last long enough. But both the Force India drivers kind of having a conversation in our chat here, so I'll just let them be for now. As Swanee will be coming in with a 1 minute 37.7, just behind Crackerjack, as apparently we've finished here. Oh, Colin kind of doing some skids there. But there's still quite a few drivers yet to settle up. BJ, Black Phoenix, the two front runners so far. Racing Maestro also, I don't think he's actually setting a lap, but you know, he might. He might, I don't know. I'm not sure really who's at this point is going to be improving their laps. But T-Funky's gone out for 3 laps on his softs, so I'm not sure that he'll be trying to improve. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't, I don't know. But will it be a McLaren 1-2 with Buttons back here coming through? He has to be a 136.3, but he doesn't. It's a 136.5 as he gets 3rd place behind BJ, his brother True Grosjean in 4th, only 300ths of a second behind. Ryder PG Killer only 4 thousandths of a second behind him. Is that BJ's left the session? Oh no, can someone invite BJ back, please? Cheers. The Racing Maestro still yet to set a lap. Yeah, someone invite BJ, please. Cheers. Master drivers coming to set their laps. Swanee finished for today, obviously. Rob finished as well. Racing Maestro, not an improvement. Can T-Funky set? I don't believe he did. I'm just going to check if BJ has asked for a re-invite. Oh no, BJ has apparently left today's race, which means BJ technically gets 14th. I do believe he wasn't able to continue the race, which, yeah, kind of sucks for him. Oh well. Yeah, unfortunately for BJ has to go, so that means it's Black Phoenix, Bazooka Joe, Buttons back, True Grosjean, Ryder, Racing Maestro, Colin, Crackerjack, Swanee, T-Funky, Rob, Mr. Dude, and then Tom, AJ in 13th. So, Racing Point and Toro Rosso not doing so well in quali. Red Bull not doing as well as the Haas team. But a definite team to watch out for is the McLarens here, 1st and 2nd. Well, now because BJ's doing his 1st, 2nd. So, you know. Yeah, I don't think that was fair of BJ to ruin the grid. Again, I'll have to look into that after the race. We can't be having that, can we? And by that, I'm not being sarcastic. It's a thing that I will have to look into and see if there's a viable solution of that. Because obviously we don't want racers ruining the grid like that. That was kind of a horrible thing to do. Ooh. Yeah, yeah. As you can see, the race is currently at dusk, so... Yeah. I know we've told him not to do it once before, Crackerjack, but... You know, when he turns up, you actually think he's doing a race for the whole time, but then it's like, no. So, again, I'll talk to him, and it's... 0 lap... Not 0 laps, sorry, 28 laps. Obviously, we've got formation lap now. But... Actually, oh, it's Bazooka Joe's in 2nd. My apologies, guys. I completely didn't realise Bazooka Joe got 2nd place there. That completely blew my mind. Okay. So it's not a Mercedes 1-2. True Grosjean, hurry the fuck up, mate. Oh, come on, shoo. Up the grid. Come on, hurry up. Thank you. If you don't like drivers that are just holding up people for no reason, it's kind of a bit of a dick move in my opinion. Oh, I believe Mr. Dude and Rob have had a collision. The two Force Indias not having a good time. However, the Haas do seem to be having a good time. They're kind of just surrounded Racing Maestro, and it's like, oh. Same thing with the Force Indias. They've kind of been surrounded by the Toro Rossos, and they're like, oh, you were in a Toro Rosso sandwich. You may not escape. I repeat, you may not escape. Jeff, tyres are cold. I can confirm. Oh, peak times. So anyway, you all saw people from the top 10, but T-Funky and Mr. Dude have chosen the softs. Obviously, both of them are parties together, so they've kind of chosen the same. Whilst, us Rob and Tom AJ have both chosen mediums. Probably for the better strategy option, to be honest. Anyway, we'll watch Black Phoenix just ghost through Rob. Oh, yes. Like, it's funny with the next person to go through Rob as well. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Audio's muted now. Oh, big oof. Sorry, man. See you after the stream. Anyway, we're losing a grid position here. We got 5 red lights, though, for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, round number 16. And away we go. I can see it's a good start from Black Phoenix. Button's back going to cover off his brother, True Grosjean. It's a 3-wide situation as one of the Haas lost its, and True Grosjean has taken out Button's back from the start here. Oh, did you see that? Because I tell you what I did. Button's back taken out by his own brother from the start here. Seems to be a good clusterfuck in midfield. It's Racing Maestro. See, Funky trying to make it 4 wide there. Definitely not a good idea. But Racing Maestro spun, and Button's back also had the spin. I think looking at it, the big battles here in the midfield. The Haas, the Force India, and the Mercedes. Well, not Mercedes. Sorry, the Toro Rosso and Red Bull. All are just kind of here in this one big fight. Both of the Force India drivers going neck and neck with each other. It's just fighting all up the field here. From Crackerjack and Ryder PG Killer all the way down is Crackerjack and Ryder just couldn't make that corner together. Don't think that was really anyone's fault. As there's a fault. Oh, T-Funky and Tom have a collision. I think Tom was kind of trying to go for the inside. T-Funky not noticing, or just not giving the room. Oh, that is a nice move from Mr. Dude there on the Swan Dog. And I think we may have lost Rob. That's a big oof. I can't lie, as Racing Maestro's into the pits. And I was trying to watch with Bazooka Joe, but Black Phoenix seems to have got a good little gap there as Swanee's now back past Colin. Button's back also in the pits as well as Racing Maestro. And Rob just says, well, damn, that's the first mistake I've made in the league race. that sucked. Well, never mind, Rob. There's always next race. As Colin is still apparently been overtaken by Swanee, but that was like ages ago. Ryder PG Killer, though, closing in on Crackerjack. The field not so spread out now, as T-Funky being overtaken by Tom AJ. Oh, bit of contact there. T-Funky obviously has a later braking point for that corner. But as we can see, these drivers are going at it as Ryder PJ Killer and Crackerjack go into the next corner, one behind the other. Crackerjack clearly has been overtaken. Ryder doing well to be in 4th place currently. Another surprising fact is True Grosjean up in 3rd. I can't really say if it was a takeout on his brother or not, but to my eyes it was. I don't know why I'm looking at I'm changing the wrong thing, aren't I? Yeah. as apparently a lot of these things aren't working. But okay, Black Phoenix sets the fastest lap of the race. We can also see that Crackerjack and Ryder still very, very close together, as I think something's happened to Colin here. I know he's just been overtaken. Mr. Dude, though, getting right on the back of this freeway battle. Obviously, Crackerjack is currently third in the championship, I might remind you. So really, this has got to be the fight. And might I remind you that if Black Phoenix scores just 16 points, he will be champion. That's all he needs to do. As Crackerjack goes deep, this could be the chance for Mr. Dude if he can capitalise. Unfortunately, though, he cannot. As Swanee's been overtaken by Tom AJ, who's now closing in on his next man. Meanwhile, Mr. Dude has overtaken Crackerjack. And, ooh, that was a good move, I have to say, from Mr. Dude, as he is now on the back of his fellow friend, Ryder PG Killer. Have to admit, Ryder's done well today's race so far. But can he keep this form up? Also, we'll just check the overtakes. Mr. Dude up 8 positions so far. That's as good as Tom AJ, who's up 7. Well, that's just one better than Tom AJ, but still. Meanwhile, the worst race so far has been Button's back, ignoring BJ, obviously. Also, actually, technically everyone needs to ignore BJ, so, you know, anyone who's down is actually down 2. Well, no, anyone who's down is technically down 2, yeah. Oh, it's Tom AJ up the inside of Crackerjack there. That was not an expected overtake. But it happened. And he's now only 2 seconds behind the battle for 5th place here, as Swanee's even overtaking Crackerjack. So now, Crackerjack and Swanee both, well, Crackerjack clearly not doing as well as now Colin up the inside. He's made the dive. I mean, Crackerjack really just doesn't have the pace. And he must have a quality setup on or something, because either A, his tyres look short, or B, everyone's just gaining up so much. As Mr. Dude and Ryder have now caught on to F1 Garage on, this could be an exciting battle. But with Tom AJ only 2 seconds behind, it may take them some time, and he may even be able to get onto this battle, into the DRS in a lap or 2, and really get on them. And it looks like Mr. Dude is the one shaping up an overtake on Ryder. I remind you, Mr. Dude is a no assist user, so like Swanee, both of them put a lot into this race, as Crackerjack's re-overtaken Colin here, who goes into the pits after 3 laps on the softs. Now Tom AJ is also closing in on this battle. We can see it from his perspective. There's the 3 of them just in a row there. Mr. Dude probably looking the best out the 3. If he can get a good exit to this corner, he will be the one to make the overtakes. Colin onto mediums as well. Here we go. We're going to watch it. With this camera angle, we can see 6, 7 drivers in the forefront. But there's only been 1 overtake. And I think that's Ryder PG Killer. Mr. Dude as well with Tom AJ. Tom AJ's made a move. And we can see all 4 of them in close proximity. And it's 4 wide. It's 4 wide. It's 3 wide. It's 2 wide. It's 1 wide. I don't know how many wide. Oh, there's been contact. Ryder PG Killer and Tom AJ have made contact. Ryder's spun himself round and is now behind even Swanee. And that is an unfortunate turn of events. But now Mr. Dude uploads more. Tom AJ right behind this fight. as Ryder seems to be on the back of Swanee and looking to make this move. So I am very interested to see who will be getting this first move done. Currently Tom AJ sniffing out the men in front. Uh-oh, and wow. Tom AJ, in the tightest of gaps possible, makes it past True Grosjean and is now on to Mr. Dude. As much as I hate to say it, this may look like child's play to some people. As there's yellow in Sector 1/2. It's True Grosjean, who's now been overtaken by Swanee and Ryder PG Killer as well. I don't know if Tom AJ is going to get the move on Mr. Dude here. And he doesn't even have DRS. This is yellow in Sector 3 as Colin's back into the pits. I believe he may have had a crash, which is unfortunate for Colin. Meanwhile, Ryder closing down that gap on Swanee. Okay, we're not going to pretend that happened, but he did just lag through Swanee. I'm not sure if they're both in the same game as each other or what, but Colin, Ryder's teammate, is onto the mediums. Oh, Ryder really closing the door there quite hard on Swanee. I have to admit, wasn't the cleanest move there from Ryder as Crackerjack and T-Funky into this corner. But again, drivers into that corner do not seem to like going through there. But T-Funky has spun and now Racing Maestro has caught up quite a bit. As we can see though, Mr. Dude and Tom AJ fighting here for third position. Mr. Dude on the softs, Tom AJ on the medium. A little bit of a lag spike there between the two of them as F1 Grosjean is in the pits. He will be going on to a fresh pair of mediums. Is he going in Sector 3? Oh no. Who is it? Oh, T-Funky has spun at Sector 3, I believe. And it's now come into the pits, and luckily we'll be able to overtake True Grosjean, but I don't think he'll have time to do much else as Mr. Dude gets overtaken by Tom AJ. Oh, unfortunately locks up, but does give Tom AJ the position as Swanee re-overtakes Ryder PG Killer. Ryder taking a wider line, but Swanee does get away just slightly better as Mr. Dude here will still stay fighting with Tom AJ. Just going to keep behind, just keep for the DRS. Obviously that's a smart thing to do, as T-Funky is overtaken by True Grosjean. And I do expect Colin to go 22 laps on those hards. He will probably be going to the end, I do expect that. So don't be surprised if I don't think he'll pit. As Tom AJ, it's a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings here. Mr. Dude into the pit lane. Ryder gaining up his ERS to gain on Swanee. And he's in the slipstream and he has a chance to make the move on this first corner. And if he bumped up to overtake, he may have got it, but knowing he's going to hold it for the main straight. Or one of the two main straights. As it's now Swanee up into 4th, Ryder down to 5th. Mr. Dude onto some fresh softs. He's obviously going soft, medium. Which, I mean, well, if I can count, he'll be going 10 laps on those mediums. Racing Maestro with a 3-second time penalty. As T-Funky also into the pits for, I believe will be either mediums or a fresh pair of softs. Don't think he'll go to hards, but he could if he wanted to. Obviously, the pit box for Toro Rosso down the end as it's onto the mediums. He goes. True Grosjean though, 1.8 seconds off his brother Button's back. However, we're just trying to keep with Ryder here as Swanee's been able to keep his ERS very, very well. I believe the difference between these two is actually not too much. I do just like switching between the two of them, but Swanee has kept his ERS in high most of this. Ryder using hot lap most of the time. Well, there's not much difference between the two of them, but again, high is worse than hot lap, but hot lap uses it through the corners as well. So you kind of have to go from 0 to hot lap if you plan to use hot lap constantly. But Ryder just, I think, was trying to stick in Swanee's, what I guess, what do you call it, slipstream. So just so you can get a good pit stop there, as he'll probably be going onto the softs as well as Mr. Dude. Obviously they're friends, they expect they do that. As yep, I was right, he's gone onto the softs, so he'll probably be going in lap 17 and then going 11 laps on the mediums instead of 12, like Mr. Dude will be. There's BJ's just pushing on Tom for some reason. VJ, you have your own team. Oh wait, no you don't. No you don't. You just want Tom to win. I respect that. As we can see, of Racing Maestro, Crackerjack in AI. Bazooka drove a 3-second time penalty, and Racing Maestro is going to get a really good run on here. Is that a lapped Colin? No, it's not. It's Ryder PG Killer also. And Ryder PG Killer aiming to around the outside, and he's actually got the move done. T-Funk with a 3-second time penalty. Racing Maestro has been done, but will try and dive up the inside. Oh, it's risky there, as Tom AJ and Black Phoenix both go into the pits. Bazooka Joe still leads, Black Phoenix onto the softs. Only taking his mediums 9 laps here. Now, I do believe medium soft is still possible. So lap 10, you can go 9 laps on these, so you know, it's possible. The one stop from mediums to soft? No, not possible. Unless you want to somehow take your soft 12 laps, but what lunatic's going to do that? Apart from Mr. Dude. Like, but being real, what lunatic? And how the hell is Black Phoenix only 2.2 seconds behind Bazooka Joe? What the fuck is this? Like, is the pit lane just like that small or something? Oh, Crackerjack buttons back, and True Rodon all fighting in the same area. It's 3 wide. I do not like this. I do not like this at all. Buttons back into the barrier. Oh, it's just survived it as well. I'm not going to lie. The just surviving moments of some of these drivers are scary as hell. But True Rodon's got past Crackerjack, who's still in AI. Buttons back himself, going around Crackerjack, is up into 9th place. So ignoring BJ's AI, Black Phoenix past Bazooka Joe, gained 2 seconds in just that 1 lap. Bazooka Joe though, probably staying out till about lap. I don't even know what lap Bazooka Joe may stay out on until. I'm not even sure of his strat at this current point. And if he's taken his mediums 10 laps, he can definitely go far enough on his tyres. So really, it's just what he'll do is Mr. Dude gets past Swanee. Tom AJ forced up going behind. I feel like Swanee's about to get double overtaken here. But Tom AJ looking out the inside. He's made the move on the curb. Swanee still keeping the position rather tightly. Trying to use his track limits as much as he can. But also trying to give Tom AJ space too at certain points. As this wheel-to-wheel battle will be going on down the straight. He's given him enough room for the inside line. Swanee on the out. Here they go. Tom AJ with 0.1 seconds behind has now got the move done. The Swan Dog down into 5th place. Yet to have pitted, so doing the same strat as Bazooka Joe here. Well, I'm wondering what that strat is exactly. But now it looks like Tom AJ may be gaining in on Mr. Dude again. As True Grosjean has DRS on his brother Button's back. So Button's back on 9-lap old mediums, True Grosjean on 4-lap old mediums. As the Ferrari driver making the dive. I mean, it's actually worked there. That's the funny part. It's worked, and he has just got that position. As Black Phoenix gets fastest lap of the race. Bazooka Joe into the pits now as a yellow in sector 1/2. I'm not sure who it is. But Button's back and True Grosjean still fighting. Bazooka Joe into the pits, obviously. Don't know what tyres he's going on for. Oh, he's gone for hards. Ooh. Now that is very intriguing to me. As Mr. Dude is passed, and so is Tom AJ. Swanee, though, not passed yet. And actually, he won't be passed as Bazooka Joe gets out of the pits before Swanee does. Well, before Swanee gets to the pits. Tom AJ, though, closing on Mr. Dude. This will be for second place here. Tom AJ obviously went on to mediums, so he's probably going to go mediums, softs. Which will be the opposite to what Black Phoenix is doing, I presume. Crackerjack into the pits as well. He's obviously in 10th right now. Button's back over a second behind his teammate True Grosjean. Mr. Dude goes a bit wide. Oh, this is Tom AJ territory. The DRS wide open. And he has got the move done on the Force India. Mr. Dude didn't he have enough ERS to stop it? But we'll try and fight back. Crackerjack is onto the hard. Sorry, probably goes to the end of this race, just like Colin. So I think that will be a good fight for 10th position, unless someone retires. Or, you know, I don't know, someone gets disqualified, but that never happens. Anyway, Tom AJ 24 seconds behind Black Phoenix so far. Both of whom need to make another pit stop. Black Phoenix on the faster tyre. Tom AJ really has to use this time to gain up as much as he can. And I think that's a scary part for him. He's got Mr. Dude behind, who may be able to apply some pressure very, very soon if Tom makes a mistake. Looking at that cornering by Mr. Dude, I'm sorry, but no. No, he won't be able to apply pressure. So, you might apply pressure to that burn, though, because you'll need it. Especially with the ice. And that was the worst roast I've given off. So, yeah. I'm not proud of myself. I don't think I'm funny. And all I know is Bazooka Joe is only 2 seconds behind these two. Obviously, Bazooka Joe is going to the end. But with the pit lanes being so short here, and kind of short and sweet, I'd say, it's one of those races where you think, am I going to get it? Am I not? And Bazooka Joe has to stay within the range of Tom AJ, whilst also worrying about if he's able to jump in the pits. Well, obviously, Mr. Dude also has to go in there, so I think that's more of a realistic aim for Bazooka Joe. At the moment, his championship hopes, the only other person who's got championship hopes, Mr. Dude into the wall, is currently in 3rd place. He needs to make sure Black Phoenix does not earn 15 points today. 16 points, sorry. 16 points gives him the championship. And that is literally the difference at the moment between these two. Of all the points available today, and for the rest of the season, 16 is what Black Phoenix needs to get. As Swanee's into the pits, so is Button's back. Swanee onto the softs. Button's back, I don't know what he's on to. He is on to the something or others. Buttons back onto the mediums again. Ooh, interesting. That's a bit of a choice I wasn't expecting there. So really amplifies the pressure on Black Phoenix today to, you know, even just get 16 points, but it's a lot easier said than done. So obviously this might be one of the last 6 races left. The out points on show is 156. However, the gap between the two drivers is 141. Black Phoenix needs to beat Bazooka Joe by 16 points. That's all he needs to do. And that's assuming Joe is actually getting first. And if he doesn't, the gap gets smaller. So, you know, of the available points, Bazooka Joe needs to get first at least. Or in any case, needs to beat Black Phoenix by enough. Really, if Black Phoenix gains any more than 16, he's at the point where Bazooka Joe just can't catch him. So that's going third with fastest lap for Black Phoenix. That's pretty much it. That's all he has to do to win the title here at Abu Dhabi. So, yeah. I just wonder what he will do today. And Black Phoenix's strategy obviously means he does pit one more time. I have Tom AJ not too close behind. He has the room to pit at any point this race. And I'm expecting him to go into the pits lap 18, maybe lap 19. Come back out on another fresh pair of softs. And before the race today, I told him, you know, good luck. I gave him my best wishes for the championship. So I was kind of hoping I want him to get the championship because he's worked hard for it throughout the whole season. So has Bazooka Joe, though, to be fair. I'm sure Tom AJ next season will be very much at the point where he will be fighting Black Phoenix for the championship as well. So it could be well, and not this is really a fight, it's kind of Black Phoenix just at the moment being in front by quite a margin, but maybe with Tom AJ there, the wins may be a bit more separated. Maybe with RKI there, he could hold up Black Phoenix in a few races and really challenge for those top spots. So it will be all to play for at some point. And I do hope that comes very, very soon. But we're in this season, and we've still got 6 races left to go. As we're still on board with True Grosjean, behind Racing Maestro. Racing Maestro has taken his hard, 14 laps. Now we'll see 14 laps. Not loads for hards, but on a track that is so high wear, you know, you don't expect him to go to the end on these, even though he probably could. We also have Swanee joining the back of this battle here. But unfortunately you can't really see, and that's a good shot of all 3 of them. As True Grosjean is just in between the 2 Red Bulls. Quite a good few points earned for Ferrari here if they can pull this off. Again, 7th place. Obviously earning quite a few points here, but not too many alls. Oh, it's Racing Maestro messed up his final corner there, and is now actually down to compared to the other 2 who were with him. So the pressure clearly got to him there, as Mr. Dude's into the pit lane. Racing Maestro now a little bit closer to F1 buttons back, and by close I mean like it's not really that close, but it's slightly closer. It hasn't affected them too badly as Mr. Dude out of the pits. I don't think this battle in front of that's about to come beside him will stop him from getting the position. But as we can see, Swanee and True Grosjean both fighting here. Mr. Dude, as we can see on our left, about now, coming out of the pits in front of them. And this is going to be a show. I can tell you that. Mr. Dude onto some fresh medium. Swanee with the dive of his life. I have to say, it was a dive. But it was kind of worth it. It's Racing Maestro out of the pits. Don't think he'll be fighting Colin, but he may be fighting Buttons back. Black Phoenix into the pits as well. As we have a three-way battle. Now again, this time we're replacing one of the Rebels with a Force India. As a welcome Lowhead supporting Mr. Dude here in chat today. Black Phoenix out on his mediums, going 10 laps of them. So it's soft. So it's medium, soft, medium for Black Phoenix, the same as Tom AJ, is what I'm going to presume. As Swanee up the inside again, True Grosjean back down a position. Swanee, those 3-lap-old softs. Don't know if he's going to try and go to the end of them. I really don't. He might. All I know is that 100% True Grosjean will pit again. As Crackerjack overtakes T-Funky, who's now out of the race. And has just been lapped by Tom AJ as well. So unfortunate for T-Funky, but T is out in 12th. Rider PG Killer into the pits. Mr. Dude, obviously the guy he's not really mimicking, but shadowing. Overtaking him along with the Swan Dog himself. True Grosjean into the pits too. A rider will be out in front of Buttons back. It will be not a massive difference, but it's definitely a gap, I will admit. As Swanee still staying out, obviously only 4 laps old, 4 lap old tyres. Rider PG Killer onto some fresh mediums along with True Grosjean. Buttons back, only 4 laps gone on his tyres. So really, most of the battling has kind of died down, but for Mr. Dude, it's definitely going to be a hard one, I do have to admit. Currently, he does have 6 seconds of time penalties. Swanee only with 3. So, in theory, Swanee is only 1 second behind. I love that. Wish I could race Abu Dhabi from T-Funky. Robbo. At least he didn't crash first lap in the wall. Comment of the day. Oh, True Grosjean Buttons back. Okay, quick question. 1, why the fuck are your names so long? 2, why the fuck do you two end up fighting? Is this like what they call brotherly love? It's like siblings who are like 6 and 7 fighting over a toy. It's like mine, 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 mine. No, that position is mine. No, it's mine. No, goddammit, it's mine. And then Racing Maestro, like the Gear 7, just something like, alright, you two, it's actually mine. So fuck off. It's like, look at this. These two are just going hammer and tong. I don't think they'll report each other for any incidents between the two of them because they're brothers. And they might, I don't know. I know some brothers who are a bit of a dick to each other. Black Phoenix and SR Phoenix, but you know, I don't think these two would report each other. And they might, I don't know. And I'm very surprised that they're honestly in this kind of battle at the moment. After Buttons back qualifying so well, and actually True Grosjean as well. Both of them seem to just not be doing it as good as they should be. Or possibly the drivers in front are just outperforming themselves. And definitely could seem that way. Looking at the standings, Rider PG Killer quite close to the back at this point in time. Buttons back quite close to the front, so definitely one of those races as Tom AJ goes into the pits. Buttons back does get overtaken by True Grosjean. I'll read that comment in a second. And well, that's the second I mean now. Mr. Dude has got a 2-minute 40-second gap like Monaco. No, he hasn't. As Tom AJ is behind Bazooka Joe, Mr. Dude has now actually got a comfortable gap. Not 2 minutes 40 seconds, but it's comfortable enough, okay? I also do think that Buttons back and has to take his time 13 laps. this may be a problem for him. Obviously, his tires will wear. True Grosjean's only has to take his 9, sorry. So it's very much a game of, if Buttonsback does not get past now, I don't think he will get past. And with True Grosjean's case, it definitely seems like he is happy to play the defensive game. But looking at his ERS count, he's not really saving it as much as Button is, so definitely conflicting views here. There's only 8 laps left. Bazooka Joe is going to be chased down by Tom AJ. Ooh. What's happened to Jack? Who the hell's Jack? Oh, Cracker Jack. I actually think he's been AI most of the race, if I'm being honest. And looking at his lap times, you could see kind of where he's... No, maybe, I don't know. But to me at least, he's been in AI the times I've seen him. As a racing maestro, picking up another penalty here. There's a... I don't know if that was just another message or if that was a new person joining the stream chat, but I can't bother to check, so yeah. Anyway, Ryder PG Killer, 3.8 seconds behind the Swan Dog. Swanee's softs are probably wearing out very, very soon. Hence why Ryder's definitely going to be able to gain this advantage. And should be able to gain the position within no time. And that's hoping all things go his way. But with Swanee's 3 seconds of time penalties, that will mean the Ryder currently is only 2 tenths behind unless he has penalties. Which I'll just check for you now. Oh no, Ryder has a penalty. Swanee doesn't have any more. Ooh. So actually, never mind. Ryder is 3.2 seconds behind. Do ignore me. I'm just spitting non-facts at you. I was Buttons overtaking Grosjean. I mean, was it expected? No. Maybe. I don't know. They're both pretty solid drivers, but Button obviously saved up his ERS enough and has been able to get that move. As you can see, Racing Maestro is behind them. And he is definitely going to be on a rampage very, very soon. But True Grosjean with ERS to spare, DRS wide open. He's gone to the outside. He's not made the dive, but he's got the position quite fairly. As Colin is into the pits, Crackerjack will probably get past here. Tom AJ with the fastest lap of the race so far, which means Blackfinch only gets 25 points. But again, those 25 will be enough. All 25 means that he's still beating Bazooka Joe by 9 points at least in this championship battle. And I have not even looked at him that much, but, you know, Black Phoenix has been in a race of his own today. Tom AJ 1.5 seconds behind Bazooka Joe. Racing Maestro 8 tenths behind Buttons back. I mean, 9 tenths. Ryder 2 seconds behind Swanee. It's all going to go down these last 2 laps. And I don't know where to watch because everywhere just seems to be having action. And I don't know. Ryder definitely won't get DRS down this main straight. Tom AJ doesn't have DRS either at the other end of this. Oh, that's Mr. Dude. Sorry. Ignore me. Tom AJ, well, won't have DRS here, but will be close. Colin overtakes Crackerjack. And that looks a bit too easy for it to be a good overtake. I don't know. Anyway, Tom AJ on Bazooka Joe. Bazooka Joe doing well defending his position here. But Tom AJ obviously on these softs, holding up all his ERS. He's got to get this move done. Bazooka Joe defending as much as he can and has kept the position into turn 1. Tom AJ looking around the outside. Bazooka Joe not giving him the time of day. The German really not allowing the Englishman to dive bomb in here. I mean, that's what a German does. Oof, World War II memes. I feel like we should just make a meme confirmation at the end of the season. the main meme, BJ. That Ryder PG Killer has got past 20. That's the main meme of the day. No, I'm about the World War II meme, not Swanee. I'd never call Swanee a meme account, not that horrible to Swan Dog. As here we go, Tom AJ, Bazooka Joe. Bazooka Joe goes to the inside, Tom AJ to the outside. Bazooka Joe, very, very good defensive driver, I have to admit. But the bump on the curb there, that's ended him, surely. Surely that's not given him any chance at defending this one from Tom AJ. But somehow he's still here. He's still down the inside. Bazooka Joe. He's made it his mission to defend this position. And defend it with his life he shall. He wants... I don't know why. He knows he kind of needs a second place. But Bazooka Joe and... Whoo, Bazooka Joe and Tom AJ with a collision there. Very unfortunate for Bazooka Joe, who was on the inside of that. You can't take two cars round that corner. I can tell you that from experience. It was... Oh, that is unfortunate for Joe. Really unfortunate. I mean, that may confirm what we all fear to be true. And Black Phoenix at this point can just go onto the softs and set fastest lap just to rub it in. As True Grosjean's got past Button's back again. And now Racing Maestro is on this battle too. Oh, it's all throwing down. It says a yellow flag in Sector 3. I don't know if that's Button's back there who just had an accident. Racing Maestro into the wall. And it's just all going down, isn't it? Everything's just happening this race. Like, everything's happening, but also nothing's happening. As Swanee's into the pits, I believe he might have had a crash actually, as True Grosjean gets a time penalty. The Racing Maestro, I'm not even sure if he's lost. What is happening to these guys? Button's back now spinning as well. Swanee given an opportunity to stay in front of Button's back. And he's going to take it. Surely. And actually, no, Button's back will have the position on him there. But going quite slowly, so Swanee may get this back within the lap. I don't know who that was who overtook. I believe it was... oh yeah, it was Black Phoenix. He's now on the back of Racing Maestro. As I look in the chat, how did my car just... something reduce damage? Everyone else has survived. It's a thing called EA bullshit. I mean, Codemasters scripting. Sorry, we can't call it EA bullshit anymore because it's not EA. And it never was EA, but EA Sports, it's in the game. As Tom AJ's into the pits. After 5 laps on the sauce, he goes into the pits, giving Bazooka Joe a chance. I don't know if it was the fact that he crashed or... Oh no, it was for a wing change. And a wing change and fastest lap. Ryder PG Killer also retired. Oh my. There's a yellow flag. There's a safety car. There's a safety car. Bazooka drove off the drive for penalty. And Ryder PG Killer. Crackerjack's still in AI. Now, I believe as he's been in AI, I will be keeping that position for Ryder PG Killer. But Ryder's car now out. Racing Maestro and Black Phoenix both going into the pits. This is also a free pit stop for Bazooka Joe. I mean, the only person who gets to stay out here is Tom AJ. Tom AJ with the best pit stop in the world. I mean, unfortunately though, I don't actually think it's going to help him too much. As Black Phoenix will technically be staying out in first. But all of these guys now up positions. Swanee really just able to stay out here. And for these guys who are a lap down, they now have a chance of unlapping themselves as Black Phoenix is out of the pits. And it's really everyone, I think up to Swanee, or is it including Swanee? No, everyone up to Swanee is able just to do as they please. Meanwhile, everyone behind forced, I think, to stay in the safety car. For some reason, Swanee also gets disqualified here for ignoring the yellow flag. What? Hold on, what? That hasn't just happened, has it? Swanee has not just been disqualified for ignoring yellow flag. Oh my gosh, how many warnings are there? True Grosjean and Bazooka Joe got a drive-through for it. True Grosjean also getting disqualified apparently with what? No, surely not. Swanee's still alive here. He's still racing on. I don't believe they have. I think that is just an in-game fault. Surely. Safety car in this lap. Oh, Mr. Dude is 39 seconds behind the safety car. Apparently Swanee's got disqualified, but he's still here. I'm just so confused. I am really confused. I mean, I am like confusion. You can see he's lacking crackerjack. I really don't know. All I know is the safety car is in this lap. The Racing Maestro and Buttons Back are both staying behind it. I really don't know what's going on here. I checked in chat, nothing's been said. Mr. Dude has gained up time on Black Phoenix, but again, not really enough to stop them from getting away at this restart. I don't even need to hold up this too. Black Phoenix can just go, go, go. As Bazooka Joe actually went on to fresh hards for one lap. It's very confusing, as really the only person that's kind of helped is True Grosjean gain onto Swanee. And even that's kind of not really a definite thing, as Bazooka Joe gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane as he has to. I mean, I actually only think this has benefited Tom AJ and Mr. Dude at this point. Mr. Dude getting a 3-second place. Bazooka Joe pitting because he gets that time penalty, gets the drive-through. True Grosjean again has to do the same. He has to take that drive-through. As Colin gets past Colin and Button's back facing. So Colin also helped out by the safety car. I mean, really, the safety car is just God's gift for Colin, as he now actually has a chance to get 8th place as well off Button's back. And with True Grosjean, he has to take this drive-through. And so his drive-through will probably actually put him out, and it won't put him behind Racing Maestro. There's no chance of that one happening. Oh no, he's... Oh, it's a stop-go. No, it's not. I don't bloody know what's going on, honestly. All I know is that Tom AJ is closing on Mr. Dude. But it's last lap, as Tom AJ gets another time penalty. How many seconds behind? Time penalties, Mr. Dude has 2. Tom AJ has 1, 2, 3. Oh, if Mr. Dude can keep 3 seconds in front of Tom AJ, or actually within 3 seconds of Tom AJ, he's got 2nd place here. Bazooka Joe probably just trying to hold up the 4th. So really the real battle is here for 3rd place. Well, 3rd and 2nd. Mr. Dude, the man who said he hates Abu Dhabi, doing the same as Tom AJ, last to 1st, or last to wherever. Mr. Dude defends to the inside. Tom AJ overtaking it, trying to overtake for the 3rd time today. Mr. Dude. This is the time that matters though. He's got to get 3 seconds in front. Mr. Dude locks up. And Tom AJ has the position. But what does Mr. Dude have? Well, apparently not the the DRS, that's for sure. As that is now, he's now 1.1 seconds away. Bottom's back versus Racing Maestro is where this is at though. I do believe Swanee... I do believe Black Phoenix is about to cross the line. So, I'm just sorry, but we need to say it together. as Black Phoenix comes around the final corner here at Abu Dhabi, winning the championship and stealing fastest lap. Black Phoenix is Rising Phoenix Season 1 champion. Buttons back, beating Racing Maestro. DRS finally enabled. Colin also beating Racing Maestro. Tom AJ getting second, but no, Mr. Dude 0.15 seconds behind. Unbelievable, Chief. Unbelievable. So Colin getting up to 8th position there. Bazooka Joe really, really unlucky, but still in second place in this championship and going even further as he takes home 4th position. As he had a 20-second drive time penalty for an unserved stop through. Stop go. What? Just what? Excuse me, like, what the fuck? Is Rich just waiting for True Grosjean here to set his lap and finish his race, as well as Swanee, but I think we all know Swanee's here to take home 5th position. And True Grosjean is going to be taking home 6th. But yeah, Swanee across the line. 5th place it is for him. Only 12 seconds behind Bazooka Joe because of that 20-second unserved stop go. Meanwhile, I would just like to say to Crackerjack, unfortunately he does move down a position. But True Grosjean with a 20-second time penalty as well for an unserved stop go. And yes, Crackerjack did leave, which means technically Ryder and T-Funky get moved up positions, as he has been AFK for quite some time. But we have an all-English podium. And that's been the first time in a while since I've said that. Black Phoenix, the race winner and the driver's champion. Tom AJ returning to Rising Phoenix, getting 2nd place. And a really surprising result. Mr. Dude in 3rd. Could have been 2nd for him, if not for the, well, if not for just anything really. With 0.1 seconds. Wow. Just wow. Who got drive of the day? Mr. Dude, you know what? I'm really tempted to say Mr. Dude got drive of the day today. I'm really tempted. I also think Tom AJ deserves it. So I'm actually going to leave it down to our driver's champion, who we're going to talk to now. Hey, Black Phoenix.
Yo.
Yeah, have you got your mic set to share audio?
Yes.
Just want to let you know, you have won the Rising Phoenix Season 1 championship.
Oh god.
Well done. It's your first championship ever.
Wow. Was that a dig at me?
No, it's not a dig at you. I'm on the stream. We're here. We're live, and we're here talking to you because you won the championship. How do you fucking feel?
I feel... What, hang on. First is for constructors. Wrapped up.
No, you won the drivers. You've won the drivers. By 11 points.
Right, I feel pretty good.
And you won it by 11 points, so bloody well done to you.
Thank you.
And also well done for winning today's race. But I also want you to decide who is driver of the day for us out of Tom AJ or Mr. Dude. Tom AJ went from 14th, well technically 13th, to 2nd, whereas Mr. Dude went from 12th actually, not liking this track, to 1/10 behind Tom AJ across the line.
I'd probably say I would give it to Tom AJ, but because Mr. Dude doesn't really get a lot of podiums, I'll give it to Mr. Dude.
So Mr. Dude is today's driver of the day. Well done, Mr. Dude, and well done to Black Phoenix. Well done to every racer today. But we will be seeing you next Friday. No race tomorrow, unfortunately. And, well, it's Singapore, so anyone can win that one. Fingers crossed. Anyway, we'll see you next time. I've been your host. Peace.